Welcome, Taurus and Taurus cross watchers, to your love reading for October 2023. So we have overall situation. I did the bigger deck beforehand because it's really loud on this table. And then we're going to be looking at what each of you is thinking, feeling, and actions or intentions towards each other for this month. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Whoops. And of course, thank you for stopping by my channel. The Three of Wands for what's in your heart, or what's in your person's headspace. I just want to say, Taurus, even when those two cards came out, it feels like someone is attracting, a lot of people this month. Your person's heart space is the Page and Four of Wands, and their actions or intentions towards Taurus. Okay. All right. So we got the King of Cups reversed, which isn't the greatest. So you have the Five of Swords in your headspace about this person. Oh, they are confusing the ever-living snot out of you. Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay. So, on your end, we have the Five of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Cups reversed with the Knight of Cups. And I already said what your person has, so I won't repeat it. Taurus, it actually feels like you are, I'm almost getting this energy of feeling like someone is kind of encroaching on your ground or your area, if that makes sense. And it's almost like there's some sort of negotiation that was happening, and somebody gave some of your belongings or some of your land away. It's like somebody's trying to act like they're really, generous and gregarious, but they're doing it on your dime or with something that belongs to you. Right? It's like someone's trying to pretend like, I'm just going to move the camera a little. Someone's trying to act like they're such a great person, they're so kind and so giving, but they're doing it on your dime. Or they're doing it with something that you've given them. Something like that. And it feels a little bit like you might be kicking yourself here over it. I feel like either it's you saying it to yourself. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that someone else would be talking to you the way that you may be talking to yourself right now. And it's not a criticism. We all do it when we do things that it's almost like that we feel we should have known better. You know what I mean? But it's almost the energy of, it may not be the actual situation, but it's the energy of like, you may have become jaded with love, and then you took a chance on it, and that person burned you, and it's kind of like, oh, why? Why did I go back on you know what I mean? It's like when you have certain boundaries, and then you meet someone that you're crazy about, and you allow you throw a lot of those boundaries to the wind, or you set a lot of those aside to make the relationship work, and then it ends up, like someone's thrown sand in your face. And it's not even, whether or not it was public or not, I don't think you care. It's more about the connection with yourself and how you feel that like, it's almost this energy of like, oh, I should have known better. But you're saying to yourself like, I do know better. You know what I mean? And it's like there's this, it's interesting because I feel like there's this confusion because you're trying to figure out like, well, if I know better, then why did I do it? And it becomes this kind of like loop where you're, not that you're stuck there, but it's like, it feels like there's this piece of information that you don't have. It's like there's a piece to that puzzle that it's like, not only do you not have that piece, but it's like you don't even know where it's coming, like where it's going to come from or where to find it. So, how you feel about this person? Nine of Wands. I mean, imagery on the card's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like you are very defensive towards this person, but what's interesting is I feel like there's a part of you that's still open to something here. I don't know what that something is. Doesn't mean that you're open to, you know, a new relationship if they've really burned you or anything. It just feels like there's something that you still want or need. For some of you, it could be that, like, this person treated you poorly, but it's almost like you have this certain standard of what people will do and what you can expect from another human when they're dealing with, a human. And I feel like even if things went poorly between you and another person, you would still maintain a certain level of respect in terms of treating them as a human. It doesn't mean you're perfect, doesn't mean you wouldn't yell and whatever, right? But it's like you would at least extend a decency that you're not getting here. It's like a basic human level of decency is not coming, or at least you don't see it coming. What I'm a little confused about here is this Knight of Cups energy. The Eight of Cups here reversed. Eight of Cups talks about walking away from something that's not working for you. And the Knight of Cups is, usually a loving message, or sometimes it can be, oh, Taurus, are you wondering why it's like, if this person can't treat you properly, why won't they just leave you alone? If they don't want you and what they do says that they don't, but they still won't walk away, not that you're waiting for them to, but they still won't stop with the love messages and the, like, sending you memes and the da 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 da. It's like, it's almost like you're looking at them trying to figure out what kind of person they are so that you never miss the red flag of this person again, right? Because it's like, just because we're able to pick up on the red flags for this type of person, it's almost like this person is a new level. They're a new level of low. It's almost like you kind of didn't expect there to be humans like this out there. And I feel like that energy of, like, there's something here that you still want or you still need from them. I feel like if you're not going to get whatever closure you wanted, you're at least going to get a few more red flags to look out for, if that makes sense. Not that you're collecting them, okay? But it's almost the energy of this person might be, let's say the two of you are meeting in a coffee shop, right? And it's like, and they're sitting there pontificating about some total BS. And it's like, you're hearing the words that you're saying, but you're paying more attention to the whole picture, trying to pick up on what you can use to identify the same type of, I don't want to say this about another person, but I'm going to. You're looking for ways to identify somebody who is as toxic. I'm more comfortable saying toxic. I was hearing the word screwball about this person, but we're gonna use something a little different. So I feel like it's almost like, Taurus, you may be laying it on pretty thick. It's almost like you might be, all of a sudden I feel like I should talk really quietly. It's almost like you might engage in a conversation with this person acting like you get it, acting like you're playing into the garbage that they're feeding you, without them realizing that you don't, and that you're not being played here. You're just paying attention so you avoid someone like this in the future. And it's almost like you're going to see, if you choose to do that, from what I'm seeing, it's like when you see this person, like your approval or acceptance of the situation as they're explaining it, your perceived, okay, their perception of your acceptance of their lies makes them get really outlandish, and then they start making mistakes. They start contradicting themselves. All of a sudden I'm smelling bacon. I can't eat pork because it really disrupts my stomach. But so it's definitely not coming from, and it's gone. Anyway. Anyway. So their perception of your acceptance of their lies makes them get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's almost like they're on stage, and like the more feedback they get from the audience, the more of an overactor they become. And it's like, and you seem to realize that in that moment, that's how you can identify somebody like this in the future. If somebody tries to pee on your leg and tell you it's raining, for just a moment, you kind of entertain them and you let that person tell on themselves. And it's like, and I almost want to say like, and you got it. And it feels like such a triumphant energy on your part walking away from this, because it's like you figured it out. You got it. It's a real, like, it feels like it's a real feather in your cap having figured this out. And it's almost like the joy and triumph that you feel in that moment, it feels like it kind of supersedes, or it's almost like it kind of washes away all of the negativity that this situation brought you initially. Excuse me. Now on your person's end, we have the Three of Wands as what's in their headspace, which usually talks about waiting for their ships to come in. I'm going to be straight with you here. I don't want to, because I don't want to say this, but I feel like this person's waiting for someone else. I feel like they have been, it's like they're waiting for someone else with kind of almost bated breath, right? And it's almost like whatever was going on with you was, hold on, they did develop affection for you, obviously, but it was, it was like a stopgap. It was just, it was something to tide them over. And I feel like knowing that and looking at this situation objectively, when you figure this out about this person, it's like it all comes into place. It's that moment in the Matrix where like Neo starts believing in whatever he believes at the end of the first one. Spoiler alert. And it's like, and all of the coding that's just usually like ones and zeros, it just starts like raining down on the, like it just starts overloading the system. It's like that type of moment, right? Where it's like that final, like you got this piece of the puzzle, but that puts it in, right? It's like you finish the puzzle with that, and it's like all of the cogs of the clock start to move and everything, and it's like everything comes together for you. Now, this person, from what I'm seeing, they hold the fact that they were with you as a feather in their cap. I feel like this person really enjoyed the status they feel they got from being seen out with you. You know what I mean? It's almost like you were the kind of person that their friends would congratulate them on for, you know, getting into a relationship, if that makes sense. And I feel like, from what I'm seeing, okay, that even they knew that you were out of their league. And it's almost like that seemed to almost immediately make them put you into this column of they're not going to put a whole lot into it. Like, they're not going to take it seriously. They're going to continue to focus on whatever it is or whoever it is that they're waiting for. They're okay. Just to kind of put this in perspective, I feel like this person, whoever it is that they're waiting for, is, again, not to make you feel any type of way about this. This is just what I'm seeing, so I'm going to say it. They feel like whatever they were waiting for, it's kind of like a dream from childhood. It feels like it's something that, from their perspective, they've waited their whole life for. I feel like they've made sacrifices. It's that energy of like, they've lost friends, they've cut out this, they've cut out that, they've made personal sacrifices waiting for this to come. So I'm not feeling one way or another if it is coming, but it does feel like it's something that it's almost like them anticipating it or waiting for it. It's no longer a choice from their perspective. It's just something that they're waiting for. It's almost like they've found a way. Hold on for a second. It's like they almost enjoy waiting, if that makes sense. So, for some of you, this might be very specific. I feel like some of you, again, it may not be the actual situation, but if you have that quote unquote define the relationship discussion, this person might be like, what relationship? You know what I mean? And from what I'm seeing, when this connection is severed, it actually feels like this person feels a certain sense of relief. It's like they know people might, the same people that congratulated them for being able to kind of snag someone on your level. It's almost like those people kind of knew this person would mess it up, so they don't really rag on them for it. You know what I mean? It's more they're like, oh, you lost another one, eh? But what's interesting is that it's almost like it's easier for them to experience an ending here with you than it is to be faced with the fact that, hold on for a sec, that it's like they may have tossed someone aside. It's almost like for something, hold on. It's all like they have this fleeting thought where like they may have tossed you aside for someone that isn't even coming, but I feel like, but then they kick back into that reminiscent sort of energy that, it's almost like they're comfortable in the waiting because, hold on, I don't know why I can't feel into the because, but they are. Anyway, Taurus, I just want to circle back around to you figure this person out. To the extent that not only do you figure them out, but you figure out how to make people like this person expose themselves, or at least make people that have similar intentions as this person did expose themselves before, or kind of like tattle on themselves before they get anywhere near you. So, Taurus, I think I'll leave it there. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.